Now, I'm counting you in with the well-known counting themes. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh no, we'll come after 2. 5.
Idi Amin, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Idi Amin.
Look at the history and packed with men. What rising to the top and getting chopped again. No one fathoming the secret of the whole damn thing. You gotta give the population something to sing.
Idi Amin, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Idi Amin.
Take Hitler, Stalin, Attila the Nun. No one got a good word for a single one. Where these first-class geniuses all going wrong? They never got the population singing along.
Idi Amin, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Idi Amin.
Listen, with the world-famous Kampala Glee Club mind keeping in the damn background, what the hell going on here? It looking like some kind of musical coup to me. That's better. 3 people more than enough for a quartet anyhow.
Idi Amin, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Idi Amin.
A modern leader got to twist and shout. Gotta tell the people, let it all hang out. If you don't want to vanish with a boot up the bomb, you gotta give the population something to hum.
Idi
You're still
Amin,
crowding the
most amazing man.
He the general, the president, he king of the scene. Idi Amin.
That a pretty good voice you got there. That voice possibly taking you right to the top of the charts. Yes, sir, ma'am, every chance you get into the #1 spot on the Uganda hit parade with a voice like that. You could be the next Engelbert Bassey. You could be the new Zulu. Pity the world only needing one new star, really. Idi Amin, the most amazing man that the world has seen. Now the general, the president, the king of the scene. Idi Amin. Oh, this girl singing a piece of cake. Let's go now. Idi Amin. Whoa, Idi Amin. Listen to the falsetto going there. Not often a black man get that far up, you know. Idi Amin. Idi Amin, don't forget the name there, folks. Idi Amin, how I love the sound of it. Idi Amin. Ooh, Idi Amin. Who wrote the lyrics of this? Is poetry. Idi Amin. Idi Amin. Take it away. Don't bring it back. Idi Amin. Oh, Idi Amin. What is it about this name I like? I don't know. Idi Amin. Oh, yeah, Idi Amin. And the general, the president. What do you mean the recording time is booked out? That's rubbish. No, listen, I own it, please. Idi Amin. Oh, Idi Amin. Keep on going and on. Idi Amin.
off. Nick Bait tributes.
Luxury beats.
Yo, my name is Nick. My mind is sick, and unfortunately, I have a tiny dick. My wife named Anna is kind of a prick, but her ass I'll lick, and I'm gonna stick my penis in her anus. 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 And my penis in her anus. My penis in her anus. I will stick my cock up in her ass. I'm gonna feel real good. She's gonna be a gas. Don't stare at the clock. We got time to pass. But fucking in the hood. We're gonna make it last. Gonna stick my cock up in her ass. It's gonna feel real good. Penis in her anus. Penis in her anus. Yeah, my penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. Yeah, my penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. My penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. My penis in her anus.
Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children. Anally raping children. Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines.
I know y'all hungry. This is the season. I know y'all hungry. Welcome to Granny's house. Please have a seat. She'll fix you a plate, yeah, so you can eat. I know you see her throwing back all that food. You look so hungry, yeah, I know you wanna eat.
I want some chicken.
Ooh.
I want some turkey. I want some ham.
Yeah.
Maybe some lamb. Tastes so good. I want some chicken.
Ooh.
Maybe some turkey.
Yeah.
How about ham?
Please.
Not that holiday
No.
I got green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
Lamb, ram, and dog.
Shirley said we can have them all.
We can have them all.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Like Miss Shirley said we can have them all.
Ready! My granny's special and I know you can see. She must first ask you, but she'll make sure you eat. Oh, I know you never want to leave. But don't you dare ask for the recipe.
I want some chicken.
Ooh.
I want some turkey. I want some ham.
Yeah.
Maybe some lamb. Tastes so good. I want some chicken.
Ooh.
Maybe some turkey.
Yeah.
How about ham?
Please.
Not that holiday
No.
I got green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
Lamb, ram, and dog.
Shirley said we can have them all.
We can have them all.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Shirley said we can have them all.
We got a pound cake, got the apple pie, we got a pecan pie, we got the $1 million pie, got the super potato pie, got the pumpkin pie, got all the sweets that you can try. We got that greens, that turkey, that chicken, that cruise too. We got that stuff with that green beans, mac and cheese, and cornbread too. Wait, I wasn't done. What do you mean my time is almost up? But all the food, what at the hell? Come on, y'all! I thought this was so jam!
I got green beans,
Ready! Ready!
just like me.
Yeah! Oh, I'm so stoned. I can't do it. Ready!
Anyway, here's my first song called It's Only a Cute Girl. Hey, look at me. I'm standing here sad and lonely without a fire, but a desire to not hear you say, I have a boyfriend, as I see the ladies walking along one by one. I never wanna hear, I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck in a sad lonely cage. Tell me why I still need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I ain't ever wanna hear you say, I have a boyfriend, and I'm not too happy, and I am lonely, so that's why I need a girlfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck in a sad lonely cage. I still need a cute girl my age. I really mean it when I say I need a girlfriend. Why do all of the jerks take all the pretty women? You may not notice, but you should know that I am a lonesome heart, and I have no fire, but a desire to not hear. Stuck as a virgin with rage, so need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say, I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck in a sad lonely cage. I still need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say, I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck in a sad lonely cage. I still need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say, I have a boyfriend, 'cause I need a girlfriend. And that song, All I Want for Christmas is a Pretty Girlfriend.
I am not a kid. In fact, I rarely am. I don't purr, meow, or eat wet food from a can. I don't shower with my tongue or brush your legs with my glands. I am not a kid. In fact, I am a man. I am not a kid. In fact, I rarely am. I rarely am a kitten.
Animal. His name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes.
Already know who it is and I've been here for a while. They call me Animal and I kill him with a smile. You can see me leave with the bloody footprints. I don't wanna do it again, but I'ma do it again.
So keep reviewing all his art, keep reviewing his podcast. It don't make him upset, except those times he got mad. He keeps on lying, saying he's never even heard of Carl. It's more likely he's watching his house with binoculars.
And I'm a killer, I'm a ghost, and I leave you the most. And I don't give a fuck where you end up.
We know that Todd's dreaming, he's Carl's nightmare. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care.
Keep talking like you even know me, bro. We ain't never seen it, we didn't know me, bro.
He just rhymed the words, know me, bruh, with the words,
Know me, bro.
dance animal, baby, and I do it too real. Being in this shit, trying to make a fucking meal. Yeah, them dollars steady coming and I need them to stack. I've been doing this shit while watching my back because I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Animal.
And I see them every day, every day, every day.
While he's sleeping at his home in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, I see him every day, every day, every day.
From the backseat of his car while he's on his way to work.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
You don't really know me, bro.
Lux Ray
Don't get it
Beats.
tripping.
He's been here for a minute and 46 seconds. Carl hasn't fired back. He's running before Todd gets him. The only place he might be safe is Gary, Indiana. Something, something, something. Harry Limp Banana.
Cause I'm
Stacking necks.
while I'm
Stacking checks.
You don't really wanna be the one who's
Fucking
fucking
necks,
next.
Carl.
See in the morning, I breathe fire like a dragon. You don't wanna understand how it really happened. I'm a
Monster,
I'm a
mutant,
yeah, I'm a
demon.
demon. I come on this beat like a
Fucking
fucking
heathen.
heathen. And I'm eating, boy, yeah, you looking so hungry. I've been doing this shit, that's why you're
Girl,
good
love me.
My name is Animal, cause I'm a
Beast boy.
I do this forever, I'm like
Thanksgiving feast.
When I eat them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. Snakes in the grass. Yeah, I see 'em every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
Yeah, he sees them every day, every day, every day.
Them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. The snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. I see 'em every day.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass. Them snakes in the grass.
Lux Ray Beats.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Dad gave away. Dad gave away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Dad give away. Dad give away. Dad give away. Dad give away. Give away, give away, give away, give away, give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. They gave away. They gave away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. They gave away. Give away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. They give away. 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 Give away. Give away. They give away. They give away. They give away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. They gave away. They give away. They give away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. They give away.
Hi, everybody.
She's not there now. All right. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is a weird intro.
We didn't start anything yet. Nothing's really happened.
Oh, good.
Speaking of weird intros.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
They got real classy takes. You know, they sound like real cool guys, even though they call their show The Creep Show or whatever the fuck. If it has creep in it, why are you listening?
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. My name is Vinnie, and this is my co-host.
I think no one trusts Karl. No one likes him anymore. He's a snake. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, that's him, Karl. Hi, pal.
What is happening, Vinnie Paulino? How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Nice
I am doing very well also. What a great week it's been.
So
did you notice what a great week it's been? I love the fans of the Creep Off, all the Cuzzaroos out there.
I'm a big fan of the Vietnam True Believers, and I got to say, We added a lot of new patrons this past week.
Nice.
We did a bonus show about good old Chris Chan.
Yes, we did.
And if you were listening to the live show on YouTube today, which, by the way, if you didn't know, you can do every Monday at noon. You could watch us do this live if you're just listening to the podcast and you want to have a little fun.
Yeah, it's before I take out all the gamer words in post. It's a lot of fun to join us live.
But I was playing Chris Chan's I Need a Girlfriend in our music mix today, and that was a lot of fun. I think people had their lighters out at home.
Yes.
All they want to do is never hear that a girl has a boyfriend. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm glad to be here today. Carl, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good today. Last weekend was rough, but now I'm feeling a lot better.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to do a fun show today, but before we go too far, let's just fucking talk about it and get the bullshit done with. Last week's show, here's the results. We did creepiest person from Japan.
Yep, and look at that. Carl with 67% of the vote. Overwhelming. Thanks to Igor.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Thank you,
God.
Alex, for that suggestion. And that
Alex,
was
you're so fucking dead to
a
me.
well-deserved victory, I have to say.
I mean, that was 5. Congratulations. I'm spinning the wheel today.
That means I won. I won another round. You're still in the middle of your Creeps and Roses consequence. I don't want to talk about how far behind I am. That's neither here nor there.
Oh yeah, I told you have to do your consequence on the plane next week on your way to Chicago.
Motherfucker.
7-second porn challenge on the plane.
During takeoff, too, so I have to sit with everybody around me.
Absolutely. Jenny Jingles will film it. It'll be great. She won't be embarrassed at all.
No, she'll love it, I'm sure.
Yep.
Maybe I'll find out homemade.
I did add some things to the wheel this week. We've added some
good.
things over the last few weeks, so we'll discuss those when the time comes.
Let's not forget this time that you have to spin the wheel when the show's over. Sometimes we forget.
We don't have
I
to
have
remember.
a little note over here to remind me that we need to remember to spin the wheel.
Oh, such
wow,
bullshit.
what a round this was. I dominated.
So
5-2.
much cheating. So much cheating.
Well, there was some cheating from the Vietnams. That's
no,
true.
from the
That's true.
Cuzzaroos.
No,
From the
there's a
Cuzzaroos.
lot of cheating going on. Those 2 weeks where you won, a lot of cheating.
Okay, thanks. I know where you got that playbook from.
Yep.
Now, folks, today we are going to, I guess we did Japan. We got to do China. I don't know if we have to, but that's what we're doing.
That's the rule.
That is the rule.
Yep.
You cannot do one without the other.
Right.
That's the rules
Equal
in
time.
America. Equal time.
Right.
So today we're going to do the biggest creep from China. And after that, we're going to have a little scum parade. And today, very excited, our pal Dorkles the Clown is back with some
nice.
reviews.
Excellent.
We're going to play those at the
been
end
a
of the
while.
show.
Good.
Yes. Yes.
I also got a note from Dr. Steve. He's getting ready to come on the show as a guest and bring his biggest medical creep.
Yes. I found mine this weekend,
Oh,
actually.
did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be ready to go for that one.
All right, so Fauci round 3 for me. That'll be fun.
By the way, Beck W just told me that I deserved to lose last
Yes,
week.
agreed.
And shut the fuck up for a second.
Beck W's making a lot of good points.
Everybody got very upset at me, and they said that my creep didn't do anything. My creep
Yeah, I
didn't
heard
do
that
anything.
too. I heard a lot of that.
Are you people out of your mind? She ran a hospital and filled it with dying, starving babies and just sat around and listened to them die.
There's a generation.
And then when the bodies were dead, they strew them about the streets to get rid of them.
There's a generation where the term post-term abortion doesn't even mean anything to them. They're like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm pro-abortion. You're like, no, that's not what this is.
I mean, they're like, she was a hero.
Right.
Fucking great.
I mean, Vinny, we're doing a show for creeps, and you expect something less than that?
I want justice in my life, Carl.
All right. Well, let's get started with creepiest Chinamen.
No. No. We don't say that on the show.
I denounce it.
All right, so I'll start off since I won.
Yeah, fucking
I won last week, and let's get right into it.
Zhang Yongming was a serial killer who was convicted of the murders of 11 different people between 2008 and 2012. Zhang Yongming confessed to the killings of 11 different males before dismembering their bodies and feeding some of their remains to his dogs.
Zhang Yongming murdered 11 boys near his home
Were they on his lawn? Were they on his lawn?
They were down the road that he lived on.
Oh, that's out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's out of bounds. You're only allowed to kill them and feed them to your dogs if they're on your property.
Wow, you've studied Chinese law.
Yes.
Very good.
I'm actually an accomplished
scholar.
Chinese attorney.
You're a scholar. Well, what's interesting is that none of this ever should have happened because Zhang Yongming was
Thank
actually
you for that obvious statement.
Oh no. He was arrested back in 1979.
Zhang was born in China in 1956 and was arrested in 1979 for intentional homicide and was due initially to be sentenced to death. In this instance, Zhang was alleged to have severely mutilated the remains of his victims. Now, though, it seemed that justice was going to be served and Zhao was going to pay the price for his terrible crime. However, in a strange turn of events, Zhang was released from prison in 1997 after he had his sentence reduced. Zhang left prison.
How
and was given
overcrowded
land
is
to live
China?
on near his home village, situated in Jining County, China.
So not only did they let this guy who murdered people and mutilated their bodies, not only did they let him out of prison, which in China, that's just usually a death sentence, but they gave him land.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you because I read a lot of stories this week.
Oh, me too. There's a lot of creeps. We could do China many times.
Yeah,
over.
we can do China next week too if you want.
Seriously, I have a second, third, fourth tier.
Dude, I actually have a funny category we could do for China.
Okay.
All right, that might be next week's.
Does it have the word dental floss in this category?
No, mine
Okay,
has
good.
the
That would
word
be bad.
school in it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, this guy killed 11 people. 11
Hold on.
boys.
11 boys after the initial homicides. Okay. And the police, there were missing people. The police didn't even suspect that it could possibly be this convicted felon. And in fact, one of the boys got away from him.
There was an incident in which Zhang Yongming attempted to abduct a 17-year-old boy. Zhang attempted to subdue the boy by strangling him with a leather belt around his neck. The teenager struggled and attempted to fight back while screaming for help. The noise of the incident and the boy's calls for help prompted Zhang to let go and release the boy. Local town people and villagers had heard the incident and arrived at the scene before alerting the police. When the police arrived, they arrested Zhang and brought him in for questioning.
All right. This is good. So the police, they're going,
They're on top of it. All right, I like it.
This guy was trying to strangle this kid to death, so they bring him in for questioning.
While in custody, Zhang claimed that he had only been playing with the teenager and meant no harm. Despite his previous stint in prison, the police believed Zhang and set him free.
What?
The police fuck up at every angle on this case.
It was just a wacky misunderstanding, officer.
Well, you never played with a young boy in your village with a leather belt around their neck before? I mean, who are you to judge?
We call it chokey.
That's a good
chokey
it's a good
artichoke.
show
It's
title.
the name of the game.
Good show title right there. The police finally wised up because what Zhang did was the number one rule for getting caught is you develop a pattern. What you want to do, and I've learned this from researching many of these serial killers and things, is you want to change it up. You know, it doesn't have to be like on a 2-week cycle. It doesn't have to all be in the same place.
Yeah, I disagree, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, eventually the police were investigating all these missing persons, and they're like, there's something that's common to all of these kids.
The special investigation team began to investigate all of the reports of the missing people. Each account followed the same pattern. Almost all of the people who had gone missing had last been seen near Zhang Yongming's home.
Yeah, so
they didn't put that together
no, the guy doesn't even walk into town. He just waits for them to come by his house. He's like, oh, there's another one. And you would think he would have gotten caught.
Yeah, what was he going to do? Walk to town? No, he rides a little boy with a leather belt in his mouth. And he just...
Right.
Yeah! To town.
So the police finally decide to investigate this guy's home.
The police got permission to carry out a search on Zhang Yongming's home, and what they found was truly gruesome. Inside the house, the police found strips of human flesh that were pinned to the walls. The flesh was hanging on the walls and had been placed there by Zhang to be dried out and cured. Zhang had also placed dozens of human eyeballs in alcohol bottles throughout his home in an effort to preserve them.
Cool.
This is something out of a Rob Zombie movie. It's got jars of eyeballs and flesh drying on the walls. And why does he have this flesh drying
I'm
on
not
the
going to lie,
walls?
like 17-year-old me would have been like, sweet.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Man.
They uncovered evidence that showed that Zhang had been feeding himself and his dog's human remains from the victim.
Oh, it wasn't just the dog. He was also chowing down on this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave him lamb, but they didn't
Let
give
me
him a
ask
job.
you this question, just to clarify.
Yep.
Were they eating out of separate bowls?
I hope so.
Okay, just checking.
So, Zhang Yongming, also known as the Cannibal Killer, and the neighbors gave up some information after the police had come and discovered all of this.
After Zhang had been arrested, some of his neighbors came forward and mentioned that they had often seen plastic bags hanging from the windows of his house. The neighbors reported that the contents of the bags appeared to be that of human bones.
Huh.
This was later found out to be true.
So the guy was hanging bones of the young victims that he killed outside of his house. The neighbors noticed it and told the cops after they had actually discovered all of this gruesomeness. And the cops' response was,
once again, things that could have been brought to my attention yesterday.
like, too little too late, buddy. Yeah, we're all here. We see it now. You got to tell us about this shit. So,
now, while I have you here, is there anybody else hanging bones outside of their...
Anybody else want to confess anything? I hear the screams of a young child from next door every night, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's their business.
Right. Jesus.
This is China. It's free country.
Nope. Most certainly not. So they asked, like, what was the motive behind all of this?
When Zhang was placed under arrest, he confessed to the killings and brutal murders, but did not show any signs of remorse, nor did he explain his motives. Zhang Yongming was sentenced to death and was executed in 2013.
All right.
Okay, so hold on.
No remorse.
Of course he wasn't sad. He got those awesome jars full of eyeballs.
Well, yeah, the eyeball thing is pretty cool. But I actually think that I might understand why he did what he did. Because he's let out of prison, given land, but not a job. So he's got to figure out some way to make money. And Vinny, I think this is the worst part of this story.
Zhang Yongming also sold parts of the victims' remains to local markets and told vendors that it was ostrich meat.
So these wet markets in China are a problem. Can we all agree that these wet markets are disgusting? You're going there to buy some ostrich meat, which is delicious.
Have you had ostrich?
Yeah, it's great. It's very lean. And instead...
I don't know about them lean meats.
Yeah, but he's like, I wouldn't touch it.
Do they make ostrich sausage?
They do, actually, yeah.
Get some pork in there?
You can get an ostrich sausage. It wouldn't be... You put pork in there. Can I just get a pork sausage, actually? Minus the ostrich.
No ostrich on top.
Anyway, so that's my creep, is Zhang Yongming, the cannibal killer, who not only did he murder these children, cook them and cure them and eat them, but he also sold the meat to local wet markets that then sold it to the residents of this village, which I would imagine would be horrifying for everybody involved.
They're like, yeah, I've had worse.
That's probably true.
I go over there. You seen the eel guy? There's an eel guy over here, and I'd rather have the ostrich, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. My creep today, his name is Yang Xinhai. Yang was born into a very poor family in the village of Henan. He was the youngest child, and he was considered to be very, very smart, but kind of a shy kid.
Okay.
And around 17, he just ran away from home. He said, fuck it, I don't want to live with these poor people. I'm going to go make my way in the world. And he made his way at 17 in China as a day laborer.
Yeah.
That's all he did. He just was a day laborer.
You could do that.
Yep. Until he was arrested for stealing. And then he was sent to a re-education labor camp for 3 years.
How did that work?
Well,
that worked out well for him?
He became a repeat offender.
Oh, okay. So it didn't work out.
Yeah. His second crime, though, wasn't stealing, Carl.
Okay.
His second crime was attempted rape.
Okay.
So it was like stealing.
Innocence.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was stealing something different.
Yeah.
So He goes into prison in 1991 for the attempted rape. Or no, I'm sorry, 1996. He gets out after 3 years in 1999.
Wait, he did 3 years for stealing?
He did
and
3 years for
3
stealing.
years for attempted rape.
Yep.
Huh.
Re-education, labor camp. I don't think they had books. I think they just made you work.
Probably, yeah.
So he gets out, and he wants to have a normal life. He doesn't tell anybody about his past. He meets a girl.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't offer that up either.
Right. Obviously.
That wouldn't be the first thing. Tell me about yourself. Well, fun story.
Carl,
trying to get her pants off, and she was screaming no.
And then they caught me, and I was like, fuck. The rocks again?
Yeah, right.
So, Carl.
Yes.
I think we could both agree. We're both married gentlemen. We've both been successfully married for some number of years.
Correct.
You can't be a liar. You can't lie all the time.
Especially about your past.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Right.
It's not a good thing to do. It always comes out. And his girlfriend in the late summer of 2000 discovered he was a felon.
Yeah.
And she told him, I never want to see you again.
Well, did she know what it was for, too?
Yeah. She heard the attempted rape and was like, it was done. So,
deal breaker right there.
Yeah, now he's, out. He really doesn't have a great job. He's still working as a day laborer. He decides to just go hit the road again, and a flip
He's heartbroken.
switched. Yeah. Yeah, he is very much heartbroken.
Sad.
And
sad when you lose the love of your life.
He would bicycle between
Be like
villages.
Vinny losing pizza.
Don't even
I know.
joke.
See, that's what I mean. You would probably flip too.
Yeah, I probably would. So what he would do is he would bicycle to different villages. He would find like a little bit of work here and there. And he would spend several days and nights watching villagers. And the reason he would watch them is because he would look at them to figure out which houses could be entered the easiest.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's a criminal at heart. That was
Don't
the
they
education.
have like those paper walls in China? How does that work?
All you need really, you could cut through them with a spork.
Right,
You
he's
could
gonna
fucking-
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like the bamboo walls. He just kind of like beep.
So he would wait till nightfall.
Yeah.
He would go into the houses, right? And he would straight murder everyone inside.
Okay.
Now, he had a weapon of choice, Carl. The most badass of all murdering objects.
Okay.
Fucking axe.
Oh, my.
He'd just come in and fucking axe murder
That'll get the job
everyone.
done. That will get the job done.
Talk about being heartbroken, Carl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever done after a breakup?
I don't. I don't know. Like writing my journal.
I think I once made a Dave Matthews mix CD and drove around.
Yeah, you got me
I was
beat.
very sad. I was very, very sad. Spoon and spoon, steer in my car.
Is
I was
that
so
when?
sad.
Is that when Papa John's left Rochester?
Yeah,
This is true. We no longer have Papa John's in Rochester. All the franchises left. and Vinny's
cares. Fucking cares. Give me some Salvatores.
Vinny's like, crash into me, John.
Why'd you say the N-word?
That's right. I forgot what led up to that.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And he was trying to call out the Colonel. That's the funniest part about that story.
You know, he owned a bunch of N-words, that Colonel. John, what are you saying? This is a call with the... It was like with the stockholders. It was like a board call.
Yeah. Is that a podcast idea, by the way? Bloopers with the N-word? Just going through all the different stories of people ruining their lives because they said the N-word.
I think it's going to be the third season of that Netflix show. I think you should leave now.
Yes.
It's just going to be the N-word the whole third season.
Oh, I love it. I think people will enjoy that.
So, yeah, this guy...
You at home, don't steal that idea. That's my idea.
That's Carl's idea. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to
Wait,
make
what
this...
did I call it? Fun with the N-word? I got to think of it. I got to workshop that. I got to do a think tank with stuttering John.
Well,
Sorry.
you can't spell fun without N. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that what I'm about to do is I'm about to read you a list. And to make it a little less gruesome, a little more entertaining, a little more relaxing to you, I'm going to play you some classic baseball organ music as I go because this motherfucker put up some numbers.
Okay.
Now, Carl, the first murder we talked about was on September 19, 2000. It was 2 murders. On October 1st, 3 murders, 1 rape. August 15th, 2001, 3 murders, 1 rape. Autumn 2001, 2 murders. Winter 2001, 2 murders. January 2002, 3 murders, 1 rape. June 2002, 4 murders, 1 rape. July 22, 4 murders, 2 rapes. He was a busy boy that night. October 2002, 2 murders, 1 rape, 1 seriously injured. November 2002, 4 murders, 2 rapes, 1 seriously injured. November 16th, 2002, 2 murders, 1 rape. November 19th, 2002, 2 murders. December 1st, 2 murders, 1 rape, 1 seriously injured. December 6th, 2002, 5 murders, 1 rape. December 13th, 2002, 2 murders. December 15th, 2002, 3 murders, 1 rape. February 5th, 2003, 3 murders, 1 rape, 1 seriously injured. February 2003, 4 murders, 2 rapes. March 2003, 4 murders, 1 rape. April 2003, 2 murders. August 5th, 2003, 3 murders. August 8th, 2003, 5 murders.
Broadcast school has really paid off.
Thank you.
So he's going for like Genghis Khan numbers, right? He's like when people were chasing Hank Aaron's record.
This
He's
is
like, I could get that.
This motherfucker is just axe murdering people.
Yeah.
All the fuck
I
over.
did hear one though serious injury, so he actually didn't complete the job on one of his
10
victims.
intentional serious injuries.
Oh, intentional serious
Yes. Now
injuries.
here's the actual totals. Here's the stats. 26 incidents, 67 murders, 23 rapes, 10 intentional serious injuries. Now, I would say my guy's a creep.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. And also, I want to mention he was traveling from town to town, village to village
On a bike.
which is the way to do it, Vinny.
And nobody caught him with a fucking axe over his shoulder.
I was saying that earlier. That's the way to do it. You keep on moving. You don't just wait for them to come to you.
Moving right along.
Right.
Footloose and fancy free. Okay.
He's a rambling man.
Yang was detained on November 3rd, 2003 after acting suspiciously during a routine police inspection of an entertainment venue. Police took him in for questioning and discovered he was wanted for questioning in 4 provinces.
You know how suspicious you have to act if they're just there like checking out an entertainment venue and you're like, hey, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, he's hanging out by like the panty vending machines and he's just, don't look at me.
That's Japan.
Ah,
That's
fuck.
Japan you're thinking of.
He was hanging out by the equal work vending machine.
Right.
in China.
There you go. Now you got it.
Yeah.
I was going to say opium, but yeah, that works too.
I do tell jokes, some better than others.
Okay. As news of his arresting crime spread, the media dubbed him the monster killer. Now, police also matched his DNA with that found at several crime scenes. Later, it was discovered that, you ready for this, Carl? This is a lot of fun. Our boy Yang contracted HIV virus from one of his victims.
Did you fucking eat it? You Mr. fucking president! You fucking
He got fucking HIV from one of these. Now, that's like, I mean, the unlucky lottery, I guess, but you're raping a lot. You kind of earned it.
Yeah, gosh, you don't hear about HIV going on in China, really.
No.
I didn't realize that was going on over there.
No, maybe go to the richer neighborhoods, dude.
Do you think do you think that that's a good defense when someone's trying to rape you is to yell that I have HIV?
That's my plan.
Yeah.
If I ever go to jail. I have AIDS, like you're too fat.
Hey,
It's gonna be like, suck it, fatty.
I put on weight after I got diagnosed.
Yeah. I've been on the cocktail. Please don't hurt me. So he got HIV from one of his victims, but here's the thing: the way he killed these people, it would be like, he'd murder everybody there, then he'd rape, and then he'd murder. So if he hadn't have murdered all of those women with the axe right after he raped them, a lot of them he would have slowly murdered through time because he was raping with the AIDS.
I see where you're going with that.
So on February 1st, 2004. Yang was found guilty of all 67 murders, 23 rapes, and sentenced to death. And here's a fun thing. They did an interview with him, and he originally claimed that he did this to take out his anger because his girlfriend had dumped him.
Yeah.
So 67 axe murders.
Oh, and it would have been more if it weren't for that routine inspection.
Yeah, if he hadn't been hanging around the porn theater or whatever the fuck he was at.
Yeah.
So later reports kind of reveal that Yang was simply kind of fucked up. In his own words, this is a quote from him. When I killed people, I had a desire. This inspired me to kill more. I don't care whether they deserve to live or not. It is none of my concern. I have no desire to be a part of society. Society is not my concern.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
Right? At the time of his sentencing, They believe that this was China's longest and grisliest killing spree. And on Valentine's Day 2004, he was taken out back and he was shot in the fucking head like he deserved.
Yeah, the one thing I like about China, they don't waste a lot of time. There aren't like retrials and
10
all this
days.
Shit. Yeah, they go, okay, you're guilty. All right, well, I'll tell you what, come back next week at this time and your life will be over.
67 gruesome axe murders.
Yeah, impressive. Impressive for sure, my friend. How many of them did he eat?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
How many of your people did your guy rape?
Did he sell any of the meat to wet markets so that other people could consume human flesh unknowingly?
I don't know. He didn't confess to that.
Okay.
How many people did your guy seriously injure intentionally?
Go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep from China.
I think that's what you should do this week. Make sure that when you're voting for your boy Vinnie and Yang Xinhai. Now, Carl, you ready for some voicemails?
Yeah.
It's brought to you by our good friends in Syracuse.
Oh, good.
Our voicemail segment is brought to you by the city of Syracuse. We are just like Buffalo in that in 3 years we also won't have the Bills. See you in Syracuse.
That's rough.
This is a very interesting one. This is a little fallout from our last week's episode where we talked about the podcast Superfly.
Oh, you don't want to call him
Carl Hamburger, Vinnie Pizza. This is Kevin A. Landau, legal Eagle counsel for Matthew Lewinsky. If you could turn over any and all voicemails, messages, and the location of Patty C. Cups, because I need his aid as co-counsel. Appreciate it very much, and this is how I talk. If you need a lawyer, I can drive up or some shit. I actually can't drive. I'll have to bike up, but it'll be fun. All right. Kevin Landau out.
So
I like this guy. Honestly, Kevin Orlando, I would like to talk to you about sponsoring the show. I like Kevin Orlando.
No, it's Landau. He was Maddox's attorney, and when Maddox tried to sue everyone for $20 million a pop,
yeah,
and the guy, all misspellings in all of the files that he put in through the court system, he has all these DUIs in his background. He's
That's
a known
fucking
drunk.
even funnier.
Yeah.
Well, I
that's that reference.
actually sent him a text message after that.
Okay.
I did. I said, is this Kevin Orlando, attorney at law? My co-host has been cheating the vote on my true crime podcast. I hear he is terrified of lawsuits. Please help, Vinny.
You just put up his phone number, by the way, on the screen on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Way to
No, I
dox him.
didn't. No, I didn't.
I saw it.
Yeah, nobody else did because it's not in the system. I just put it on your screen.
Oh, okay. Good.
Don't scare me like that, dude.
Well, no, I thought whatever I'm seeing is what everyone else is seeing.
No.
Okay,
I just
good.
moved a window over to you.
Okay, good.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'm like, what is he doing right now?
Just being silly.
Okay.
Just being a silly
Being a
heart.
goose.
You know me.
Just being an ostrich.
All right, here we go. I gotta find it.
Hey, Vinny, it's Cam. Can you go ahead and play my track one?
Sure.
Hey, Carl. Good to see you.
Anyway, I'm just calling to let you know that I suspect Carl of cheating the votes. In fact, he's a known cheater. The other day we were playing poker, and I found out that fucker was hiding the foot of clubs in his shoe. Carl, next time I'm in the area, we can sort this out. Maybe hit up the club. Vinny, call me back.
Now that's a creative club foot joke right there.
Fucking well done, sir.
That's funny.
Here we go. This is somebody yelling at me.
Vinny, what the hell was that Creeps and Roses episode? At the end,
Who cares?
all I heard was bickering the whole time. I didn't get to hear the final rose ceremony, and you bet my ass I'm not going to actually watch it. So next time, maybe stop rambling over the whole finale, because I have no idea what the fuck happened.
They kept the crazy girl. That Catherine, she stayed till the next week. That's the answer.
People sure do miss PJ on that show. I wish PJ would come back.
I texted with PJ the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. And I don't think PJ's coming back, but there might be an appearance by someone named JP.
Okay, good. All right. That sounds good. Hey, I got a voicemail from our, he's current governor, but soon to be former governor.
Oh, good.
Of New York. As you guys know, I'm a big Cuomo fan, and I feel bad that this is
I had to end like this, right?
Yeah,
You're really upset.
Disappointing.
Fucking idiot.
Hey, Carl, it's former Governor Andrew Cuomo. I'm getting evicted from the governor's mansion despite the moratorium. Is there any way I could drive up there to Rochester and crash for a couple days? Promise to only grab Jen from the Jiggles department twice, maybe.
She's
hey,
too old
please,
for you.
man, I'm begging you, okay? It's either your wood panel basement, the streets of Vinny's house, and I can't afford his pizza budget, man. I
Right.
hope to hear from you soon. Okay? Okay.
That is a spot on Cuomo.
I have a
impression.
shit ton of pizza boxes you could live in.
There you go.
I got one from you.
Hey Vin, this is Carl. I got the big score, Vin. I did it. I called the New Jersey Correctional Institution of Technologies, and I set up a jam fest with Nick Bate. We're gonna sing all his hits and his butt, and we're gonna do I'm gonna do my wife and also some shit.
I'm gonna do my wife and also some children.
In their butts. All right.
I got a voicemail from one of our more intelligent listeners, I have to say.
Hey, I just stumbled upon this podcast called The Creep Off.
That guy calls in every
I thought
week.
I'd give it a try, but the one host, there's the real handsome guy with the glasses and the darker hair, real handsome, funny, charming guy. And then the other host, I don't know who he is. He's kind of looks like Casper the Ghost if he put on like 600 pounds.
Yep.
Anyway, every time that guy spoke, the big pale guy with the nice tits.
Yeah.
My dog's ears, like my dog was like going crazy and running around. Like it's almost as if like my dog was hearing some tone,
Like a dog whistle.
that the rest of it, like us
Yep.
humans couldn't hear.
Yep.
Huh.
I don't know, man. Strange, but anyway, to the handsome guy with the dark hair, man, keep it up, man. Great work.
Thanks, buddy.
If I had one critique, it'd be possibly find another co-host. But other than that, good show, man. Keep it up. Good stuff. Thanks.
So, do you know why? Hold on. Do you know why David Lee Roth was the lead singer of Van Halen? It's because he owned a PA. His dad bought him a PA system, so he became the singer. Now, the reason why Vinny's the co-host of this show, this is his studio. We're in his studio. That's why he's the co-host of the Creep Off. You disagree with that, Vinny? I think I really pissed him off for real this time. I think I did it for real.
Oh, that's oh, you did it now.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Hold on a second. You?
Oh, you're pissed.
Ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
I swear to God, I came up with the idea for the fucking show. You didn't even understand it until we recorded the first.
I still don't understand it. I try to explain it when I go to people's shows. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I need
Prescription jugs.
Now, Carl.
Yeah.
I would like to defend myself. There is no dog whistling here. The dogs are reacting simply because I am in heat. Now,
that I believe.
Last call. Tucker Dixon called in.
Okay.
Carl, Vinny, this is Tucker Dixon. Can you believe that Patrick Michael roasted a man so hard it broke his mind and made him commit murder? Poor podcast hit, man. Oh well, this is your warning. Stop fucking with Patrick Michael, or the same will happen to you. Tucker out.
See, I thought it was my music special that did it because the incident occurred right after I released the music special. And some people were not happy about the new format on the show.
So listen, before we do the Scum Parade, do you want to talk about him or do you want to wait till after?
Whatever, buddy. It's your show. I'm just the co-host. I'm just hanging. I'm along for the ride.
You know, on WATP, you never even call me your co-host. You go, my pal.
Oh, well, that's nice of me.
It is nice of you. Thank you. It's Jerry. Now, should I get a Jerry chant? Jerry.
Oh,
Jerry.
God.
Jerry.
Too soon.
Too soon. Okay, so what
but
the fuck did you learn this week?
She goes by Courtney, right?
I have no idea.
I talked about it all on Who Are These Podcasts, so I don't want to rehash.
Well, this is a different show.
I know. I just don't want to rehash everything, but a lot came out from the neighbors.
Okay.
I guess they were really close to the neighbors. This was like a townhouse community. And
now, did you say something about that his parents owned the townhouse?
I think his dad owns the townhouse. Yeah, I think that's why he
Okay.
has a 1,000 square foot townhouse there, apartment, whatever it was.
See, because I was wondering how the landlords aren't knocking on the door and shit.
Yes.
So that actually makes a lot more sense.
Right. Well, there was. I mean, the neighbors were complaining about the smell, but no one knew where it was coming from. And they did do some investigations into people's places and didn't find anything. And actually, that even makes more sense. I'm just speculating now that because Matthew's dad was the owner, they didn't feel like they needed to check his spot. But yeah, the neighbors would. Matt doesn't drive. So I'm acting like it's past tense. Matt doesn't drive. So the neighbors would drive him to get groceries and stuff like that. Like, he was really close with them. They understood his lifestyle really well. And Jerry had moved out, or I think she went by Courtney.
Okay.
Had moved out in November because they had gotten in all these fights. And then she came back in December. And I guess that around that time, there was a lot of interaction with the neighbors. Like, Courtney was buying gifts for the neighbors' kids and stuff. Like, they were like, just everyone was cool with everyone there. And then there was one last trip to the grocery store where Matt bought a shit ton of stuff for it got of nowhere. And then he was kind of not seen anymore. He wasn't hanging out outside. He wasn't getting trips to the grocery store. It kind of just turned into his little
and there's
yoga,
a horrific smell.
His
coming
Twitch
from
yoga
places.
videos. Yeah,
Which,
I'm sure it took some time.
To be honest with you, if I'm a neighbor, at some point I would be speculating because I saw videos of him doing yoga outside. I'd be like, how fucking sweaty is this fucking guy from this fucking smell?
Yeah, so the neighbor was saying they'd get out of their car and have to like put something over their nose and run into the house.
You know where I wager the smelliest room in America is?
Go ahead, go for it.
DDP's yoga studio.
Yeah,
it's probably the stinkiest place. It's all giant fat guys like me trying to do yoga.
Yep.
And just farting up the joint.
That was what Matthew Lewinsky was into, was the DDP.
Was he really
yoga.
the DDP
Yep.
yoga? I met DDP, and he gave me a free 30-day subscription. I shit you not. He's like, hey, man, listen, brother, it's nice to meet you, but hey, I got something for you here. Here's 30 days. Name drop. He told me to lose some weight and tried to sell me a fucking thing.
I know. He tried to save your life.
He is a hero.
He is a hero.
He is what Tom Myers wishes he could be.
So, yeah, I mean, those are the kind of the things that I was covering. I was actually got a lot of information from Drew and Mike because they were going through his Twitter feed and they were getting all sorts of information. I also got a lot of screenshots. He was very active in our WATP community, as well as I believe the Creep Off too. And lots of conversations with other listeners.
Was Jerry trans?
Oh, that I don't know.
Heather
Is someone
W.
saying
is
that?
writing that she was trans. On
It's
our thing.
possible. The photos that I saw, it wasn't a very feminine-looking person.
Interesting. The plot thickens.
Well, the plot does thicken. I don't know if that's the case or not.
Huh.
But that would
Nothing wrong with that.
No, well, it would add to the crime statistics against trans people.
Yeah.
Because this
fucking way to go.
I know. This is one of the things that is a complaint in that community, I believe. So, but I mean, they were engaged. They got engaged back in August, and so they obviously had a relationship that was working at some point.
Yeah.
And then something changed. But it's crazy to see how active Matt Lewinsky has been on the internet since December. Since this horrific act, he has been communicating like with you, with me, with tons of people as if nothing had ever happened. And there's some weird cryptic, like anytime you go back and look at messages, you start to look into it a little bit more than you should.
Oh,
maybe.
I've been looking on the Discord at the
yes.
Hitman Containment Zone or whatever they're calling
Yeah,
that channel.
yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
just a lot of screenshots of messages that are
Well,
when you go back and look at them,
Yeah,
they're
well,
a little chilling.
Yeah, at one point, because he was the one who got Child Protective Services, that whole meme going with Patrick Michael. He was the one who asked Delvin Cox to ask Patrick Michael about CPS and, freaked out about it.
Yeah.
And there was a note that he had sent to another listener. He's like, listen, I'm really concerned about Carly. I have some knowledge on what Patrick's mental state is, and I think she's in danger. It's like, Jesus. And this was back in February. It's like, oh, okay. So he thought that obviously he was crazy like he was, which I think Patrick Michael's much more harmless.
So we think there was projection going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, for that one for sure.
Okay.
When I saw that note, I was like, oh, I might actually be called into court. All right.
That'll
Probably
be good.
should have seen that.
That'll be good.
Great. That's cool, man.
His name is Carl Hamburger.
I want to go to Detroit anyway, visit with my buddies Mark and Brandon and Drew, so that's fine.
Yeah, subpoena him.
It's fine.
Subpoena him.
I got to make a visit out there
Well,
anyway.
that is our update. We'll let you know if we hear more.
Yeah, why? What did you hear? What have you been reading?
I've just been sitting back reading. You summed up pretty much everything I learned this
Okay.
week, other than he's getting a mental health evaluation.
Oh, right. That was the other thing, is he is being evaluated. I don't think that's going to go anywhere, but it is crazy behavior. I got to get him to call in to the show.
Oh, they wanted to add visit him in prison to the to the wheel, which I thought was kind of funny.
That's not bad.
Like donate your Patreon to his commissary. Could be pretty funny.
Can you record the conversation if you visit him in prison?
I have no idea.
I don't know how that works, but that would be fun.
I'm sure he'd let you.
Yeah, I think so. I'd love to get him on the show though and chat with him. You know, my what would be your first question? Because I have my first question.
So what'd she do? I'm just kidding. 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 I'm just kidding.
If you take that out
I'm
of
just
post,
kidding. That's not what I would say.
If you take that out of post, I'll be so pissed.
What did he or she do?
Okay. It's even worse.
Okay. Wow. I'm a bad person. I apologize.
No, you went
everybody.
for the funny. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our update on the Hitman. And we're not calling him the Hitman anymore. He's Superfly.
Or Matthew Lewinsky. It's fine.
Yeah. Can we just call him, Matthew Lewinsky. Let's just go by his name.
Let's just do that.
It's way easier.
All right, time for a Scum Parade?
Oh,
Does
before
that
we
lead us
do,
into it? Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody knows. Disavowed. Matt Lewinsky disavowed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you haven't done it yet. Okay.
I denounce it.
Disavowed.
I denounce it.
Okay,
fair
fair
enough. Thank you. Go ahead, hit the music.
Watch out for the Scum Parade. Oh no, it's the Scum Parade. Look out for the Scum Parade. Making Vinnie's day. His day.
AKA, this is...
Some are honest, underage stories that are very strange. Weird news.
Weird news segment on WATP Vinny. All right. I mean, this is a totally original thing that we do on the show. By the way, WATPlive.com. You can watch Vinny and I have a Scum Parade live
And
in
then
Lombard,
after,
Illinois.
you could get your very own creep off poster.
That's right. We got merch.
Oh, yeah. You get your very own. That's right.
You look like such a ghoul in that.
They're $20, $10 autographed.
That's right.
Yes. All right. Let's start in Arizona.
Autographed by Crippled Jesus, by the way.
That's right. We got some crayons for him. Arizona State Senator Tony Navarrete. You following this, Carl?
Yeah.
He's a Phoenix Democrat. He's facing multiple charges of molestation of a minor that could pretty much see him locked away for the rest of his life. He's a first-term state senator. He's facing a Class 2 felony molestation of a child, 3 Class 2 felonies for sexual conduct with a minor, Class 3 felony of attempted sexual conduct with a minor, 2 Class 6 felonies for sexual contact. Should I hit the organ music again?
Dude, I want to know...
He got elected, bro.
Who's the pervert who's coming up with this penal code? Who has to write this up to determine what these different things are? So, Class 2 felony molestation of a child.
Technically, that's called spooning.
Right! Right, like they have to go in there and define everything, like specifically. So this is intentionally or knowingly having sexual contact with a person under the age of 15. Weird. Sexual contact in Arizona child molestation statute does not include the female breast. Touching the female breast would normally be criminalized by a charge of sexual abuse pursuant of ARS 13-1404.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they have to go in there and be like, all right, now if you touch...
You know what I just heard, Carl? Titties are fair game.
Titties are fair. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I just heard. Titties are fair game in Arizona.
If you cup the balls, you're getting arrested. But if you grab some hawkers, some 14-year-old hawker, oh, I gotta stop this right now. I just couldn't believe how many different like penal codes there were this guy was getting arrested for.
You give her the old Tucson palm slip. That's what you do.
We'll have to ask Dorkles about that.
Yeah, good old
Just
Dorkles.
because he lives in Tucson, not because he knows anything about molesting.
So he was arrested late Thursday after cops received a tip about sexual conduct with a male minor that occurred in 2019. Interviews with the minor and witnesses gave police probable cause. He's been arrested. And this dude, he's been the deputy director of Promise Arizona since 2011. The organization's director, however, told them that he hasn't been on their payroll in years, so they're disavowing him. And this guy claims that he is a passionate about justice lawmaker.
Yeah, the problem is Justice is the name of his neighbor's 9-year-old son. So that's...
Anybody seen Justice around?
Where's Justice?
Where's Justice? He was out back shooting at cans. It is Arizona.
Sure.
He's just out there back behind the trailer.
Shooting at spiders.
Oh, he's over at the senator's house getting an education.
That man sure is passionate about justice.
Yeah, so he is in a lot of trouble, and I think that's interesting. To the state senate, he got elected, and he's fucking diddling a kid.
Anally raping children.
Yeah, the people in Arizona, I don't know that they should be given the right to vote. Like, not all of them probably deserve the right to vote. They're not doing it right.
Don't forget, everybody, this next story is to remind you that kids are creepy too. We have an unnamed, now 17-year-old kid in Idaho Falls, Idaho. The teenager was recently charged as an adult with 2 felony counts of lewd conduct with a child. Now, East Idaho News is not naming the teen due to his age and to protect the identity of the victims, but a detective's report says the deputies went into the teen's filthy home in February 2020, noting the smell of the house and piles of garbage made it impossible to open some doors. Investigators say that feces were on the floor and flies swarmed in the air due to the home's condition.
Oof.
So
I've seen this episode of Hoarders, by the way. It's not good. It's not pretty.
The Idaho Hoarders?
Yeah.
So the Department of Health and Welfare was called in, and workers said they would take measures to protect the young children who lived inside. Investigators were at the home because of a tip submitted to them that said a teen had child pornography on his phone. Investigators searched the phone and discovered images of him sexually abusing a child who was around 6 years old. Additionally, photos on the phone show the teenager having sex with the family's dachshund.
So I think this is what would really happen in a Lord of the Flies scenario. You know, rather than just going to war with each other in the different factions, I think the boys just be fighting over who'd be fucking the wild boar. Right? Isn't that what would really happen?
Puberty hits different people different ways,
yes,
Kyle.
Correct. This kid was horned up in that house. So I read this article a couple of times, Vinny.
Ruffles. Come here, Ruffles.
And I don't know, maybe my reading comprehension is off. Where does it talk about the child's legal guardian or parents? Were there parents involved in this in any single way?
Doesn't seem like it.
I also love that this kid lives in filth. There's literally shit all over the floor.
Now,
and he owns an iPhone. Do you see why other countries hate us? This kid's a 17-year-old living in filth.
Fucking
dogs.
the
dog, fucking the younger brother.
And he's like, look, I got the footage in 4K.
Yeah, and he's getting an upgrade. What the fuck?
Oh, shit. So here's another sad fact. While in custody, investigators spoke with a witness in the teen's home who had developmental disabilities.
Oh, boy.
So there's like a slow-witted adult living in the house, too. He's like, yeah, I saw him fucking the dog.
I was next.
I was next.
Jesus.
The witness described the teen sexually abusing the 5 or 6 year old boy. He was like, well, thanks for calling. They're fucking stupid. Court records show the teen is in the Idaho Department of Justice Corrections custody. He was scheduled to make a court appearance on Friday. If convicted, life in prison.
Good, because that kid...
You're not coming back.
No, and imagine what would happen over the next 10 to 20 years if that kid was left, if he never was discovered.
I mean, dachshunds live about 11, 12 years, so
he might upgrade.
He might.
Yeah.
Now, here's a fun story from Liverpool. You're a big Beatles fan, aren't you, Carl?
I am, yes.
Yeah. The land of music, Liverpool.
Is that what it's known as?
No. It's a fucking shithole, actually. A young woman who was being treated in a specialist care facility made a sickening revelation, which shocked even the most experienced prosecutors when she installed a camera in her room. The victim in her 20s felt something harrowing was occurring after experiencing vague memories of being touched sexually as she came around from suffering epileptic seizures. Now, she had these seizures regularly. That's why she's like in this care home. And this 21-year-old dude who worked there, Benjamin Poole, was always there when these incidences seemed to take place.
Most British name ever, by the way. Benjamin Poole.
Benjamin Poole at your service. Are you having a seizure, Mum? So
it's a weird way to treat a seizure, by the way. Just inserting your erect penis into her.
Yeah, it's like, don't bite down on this. Might be the name of this episode. Don't bite down on this. Now, she hid a camera inside of an alarm clock in her room. Now, on November 19th, 2020, the victim could feel an episode coming on and press the call button for a staff member. Then she switched on the save function on the camera inside the clock so it would retain the footage. She did this because she knew Poole was on duty. She knew she was having the seizure was going to start happening. I guess, like, fucking, there must have been bad weather that day. She felt it in the air.
Yeah.
The manager was when she came round from the seizures, right? She viewed the footage from the camera via her phone and was horrified to see the pool committing a number of sexual assaults on her over a period of 23 minutes while she was having seizures.
Do you think this guy was bragging to his mates? I've been fucking this amazing chick. She does shit in bed that you wouldn't believe.
Sends chills up your spine.
He's got some moves, boy. She's not one of these just lay there.
And the noises. Oh, the noises. I could do without the noises, but the moves. The moves I am good with. No. In a victim personal statement, she said she described that her epilepsy is getting worse, and she's gone from being a happy person to feeling very sad, and she's had a lot of very difficult life, this poor girl.
I'm sure.
And she says this is one of the worst days of her life. Now, Brandon Poole has been convicted, and he's going to face 6 years in jail after admitting 5 counts of sexual assault and 2 of being a carrier and ill-treating a patient, which I guess is a crime there. A carer, I believe, is the proper pronunciation.
Yeah.
All right, last story, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You ready for this, Carl?
I am.
32-year-old man was arrested Wednesday after officers responded to his home and found a human head in the freezer.
Jesus.
And a body in the bedroom.
All right.
Now, according to the Lancaster Bureau of Police, on August 11th, officers responded to the residence for a welfare check on family members. The person who called the police said one of the residents, Donald Meshy Jr., told her there was a cadaver in one of the beds and that there was a head in the freezer. When police arrived, Meshy Jr. reportedly took the officer into the kitchen and removed what appeared to be the human head from the freezer. It was allegedly placed on a white dinner plate.
Oh, boy.
The Lancaster
Classy.
County Coroner's Office later confirmed, yeah, that was a head.
Wait, you needed a coroner to determine if it was a human head? What are these police officers like? Oh, is it a basketball? Is it a pumpkin? What is it? What do you think it is?
I don't know. That might be one of them Pokeballs.
Let's go bowling with it and see if that works.
I don't know. It's got the hole. You got 3 holes right here.
Do you think the coroner watching is just like, yes, it's a fucking look at it. There's the face. He turns it around. There's the face right there. Oh yeah, you're right. That is a face.
You called me away from the golf course for this.
You guys can't do anything.
Meshy Jr. was trying to. Okay, so he reportedly said he discovered a quote cadaver doll in his father's bedroom, and he allegedly said it looked and sounded like his father. And then he admitted to stabbing the cadaver doll for 2 to 3 minutes with a knife and then dismembered the body.
Yeah.
He was arrested on charges of criminal homicide, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with fabricated physical evidence. The victim was identified as Donald Meshy Sr. Citing court documents, he allegedly used a handsaw to dismember the body and then allegedly placed the arms, legs, and heads in a garbage bag and put the head in the freezer.
Sounds gruesome.
The torso was reportedly put into the footlocker, then taken outside into a car.
Wait, they put the torso in a footlocker? I can see that being in the window display. I'd be like, I'll go check that out. I need some new Pumas anyway.
Yeah. I would do one of those leg lamps. Like
right,
in a Christmas story, personally.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
You see the rib cage a little bit?
Yeah. So he has been denied bail and he is in jail now. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going to guess that he's going to plead criminally insane, and probably that will be the verdict on that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't. He let as soon as the cops came in, he's like, oh yeah, there's the head right here, and oh yeah, this is where he thought it was a doll.
Yeah. I was saving the doll head in the freezer. What do you do with your doll heads?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was starting to stink. I didn't want to throw it in the basement.
All right, fucko.
All right, dude. It's time.
Let's end the show.
It's time.
It's time to go home. It's perfect.
Nope.
Nice to be important, more important to be nice.
It's time, baby. We got to spin the wheel. Consequences. Vinny, tell us what's on the wheel these days.
Oh,
what consequence might you have to perform? And I do want to once again remind everybody, people who are new to the show, the way this works is Vinny's going to spin the wheel one time. It's going to land on something. If he says, there's no way in how I'm doing that, he can get one pass, but then I get to pick any other consequence from the wheel, and he has to do that.
Both of us are terrified of that, and we won't allow that to happen.
Neither of us have done that yet.
Because we don't trust each other.
Well, that's part of the problem.
No, it's 100% why. I don't fucking trust you.
The other reason is it hasn't landed on Drive to Gary, Indiana, because I'm just not doing that.
Well, I'm driving on my way to Chicago because I'm hanging out for
That's
next 2 weeks, so if it lands on it, I'm
dude, that would be
fucking
amazing.
Fine.
That would be amazing if that happened.
Problem solved. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here's the new things we had on there. We have the Chris Chan bunny hop video reenactment.
Oh, yes! Yes, that's awesome.
So hold on, I think I might actually have that.
I'm rooting for that one. Yeah, let's show that.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on a second, folks. I'm going to pull it right up for those of you who are watching live. I think I got it.
You can do it.
I think I got it. It's my favorite video ever.
It's pretty good.
There it is. We're going to reenact this video.
Happy Easter. ID. Trust some shout.
I don't know what the fuck he means. That's my favorite part. Is the hula shake.
Yeah, it's good.
Still makes me laugh. So it's the reenactment of that video, which I'm way better at because I thought we would end up doing like Pamper Chew's Bunny's Day Out, where you have to like go to the store and like dressed as a baby bunny. And, like,
no, just reenact that video. But also, then you have to have sex with your mother afterwards.
Gonna be your mother?
We'll figure that out.
All right.
We'll get Kevin A. Landau to help us get the legal terms figured out for that.
Oh, good. We'll call Kevin Orlando.
Kevin Orlando.
So there's the bunny hop we had at Tom Mayer's restaurant. You have to go to Baltimore and have lunch at Tom Mayer's fucking place.
Yep.
Drive to Gary, Indiana. Podcast series of your choice.
Okay.
Twitch stream as a character. Your character would be Carl Hamburger. Mine is Vinny Pizza Pilino.
Oh, this is like a Matty Locks kind of thing?
Matty Locks Twitch stream.
Oh, geez.
Couple hours.
Wait, when did that get on the board? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, we talked about that a while ago.
Okay.
It's on there.
Jesus.
Dinner with the listener.
Okay.
Vic plus Seamus stand up. I would be absolutely mortified if I had to show up and do that material.
I know, because
I'd be ruined.
Oh, that would be awesome. I wish that you still had the funniest person in Rochester contest going so that you could warm up the crowd with that.
Pass the spin, kids.
Oh, pass the spin. Shit, I forgot about that one. Whose idea was that?
Yours.
Damn it.
Now, pass the spin means that Carl will have to spin if I land on that.
Yeah, that's a rough one after all this work.
Now, knife edge chops from Colin Delaney. Three
Oh, that's
shirtless
still-
knife edge chops. I
that's
saw
still on
Colin
there.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And his forearms are looking quite svelte.
Oh, boy.
2-hour handcuffed music marathon. You
Oh,
get
right.
to pick the playlist. 2 hours.
Wait, you get to pick the playlist?
Yeah, you get to pick the playlist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to pick the music that you have to listen to, but you have to be handcuffed for 2 hours.
Wait, I thought the other person picked the music. I thought that was the whole point. Am I
Well, you
crazy?
get to pick the music that I would have to
Oh,
listen to.
I get to pick the music. Okay, I get it. Sorry.
You get to pick-
Sorry. Just trying to get some clarification.
Truck nuts.
Truck nuts on the car. Okay.
Semenology.
Yep.
Which is the buy the book Semenology, be seen in public reading it.
Yep.
Patreon money.
Oh, taking all the Patreon money. That's
you
a
get
fun
all
one.
the Patreon money till the next person spins.
That's a fun one.
I fucking don't want that. Stuttering.
You know what? It would be really funny is if you landed on that, and then all of the listeners got together, and just like never let Vinny win again, and I just continue to get your money forever. Just an idea. Anyway, what else you got?
Stuttering John book report.
Oh,
Read
the
Stuttering
Stuttering
John's
John
book,
book.
write the book report, and then have it graded by an
God
English teacher.
damn, that would be so.
Oh, I'd be so mad to have
Such
to
a
read
waste
that.
of time.
All right, so here it goes, ladies
right.
and gentlemen. My
Spin
fate
the wheel.
is in the hands of destiny.
Here we go.
Hands away, so you know I'm not cheating. I don't want to look. Yellow, 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 yellow.
So close. What is it?
Vic and Seamus stand up.
Yes, that's amazing. That's amazing. So Vinny now has to do.
I'll go to an open mic on Tuesday. I'll do it this week. I'll get it done with.
Okay, it's got to get filmed, obviously.
Yeah, will you come?
Well, Tuesday I have band practice. What time is it?
Band practice time.
Yeah, probably. That's the problem.
So I'll need you to come.
So we'll figure it out. But anyway.
Nope, that's the only time.
So.
Nope, only time.
What are you talking about?
It's the only time I'll do it.
Then get someone else to film it. I don't have to be there. All right, so Vinny has to recreate both Vic's original stand-up routine as well as the Patrick Michael stand-up routine.
Can I just do like the best jokes from each of them and like make an amalgam of them?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
because there's no such thing as best jokes from either of them.
Okay,
so,
so,
it's
can you send me the links to their stuff so I
Yeah.
can learn them?
Yep.
Fuck.
And you can't tell anyone what you're doing.
Nope, no one will know. I'm just gonna walk up
You're
on
just
stage.
you just got to do it and deliver those jokes.
You don't understand. I don't go to open mics. Like
I know
these
you
kids
don't.
don't see me at this shit. So
I
if I
know.
show up, they're to be like, "Oh, what's Vinny gonna do?
This is gonna ruin your
fucking
reputation.
Vinny, what's he gonna do?" And I'm gonna walk up there with that shit, and everybody, they're all gonna be fucking like, "That guy."
This wouldn't ruin my reputation. No one thinks I'm funny, but this is going to ruin your reputation.
They're to be this fucking guy's opening for Bobby Kelly. What the fuck's that? Is
Yep.
it with Harlan Williams?
Oh, dude, Market Believe is going to get so many phone calls from very angry comedians.
You like that asshole? Man, do you realize that I'm one off? How fucking close I was to pass the
Yes.
spin.
Oh, I saw that.
One off.
It was right there.
Just a little bit harder next time.
Yep.
Just a little bit harder next time.
That's what your wife said.
Yeah, it is. It's also what your mother said. Ladies and
Whoa!
gentlemen, that's this week's episode of The Creep Off. I guess it's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gagia!
Bella. I do tell jokes, some better than others.
May your enemies be cursed in your podcast adventures.
Hey kids, it's your old pal Dorkles again, back from the dead. Yep, apparently not getting the vaccine was a stupid move on old Dorkles' part. I got all the COVID variants there are. I had a Delta, Kappa, Lambda, Chi, all of them. I even had every variant of pox you could think of. I had chicken pox, rooster pox, small and large pox, 2 pox, X pox, all of them. But I'm feeling better now, kids, so we got a whole bunch of reviews to read here for the Creep Off podcast. So let's get started, all right? Let's get into it. First one here is by Opie's wife's boyfriend's Not Bam. He's come out here before, I know. It says, Carl's here, but that isn't Andy or Kevin. And where's what's her name? Why are we talking about creeps? I'm in the wrong podcast. Damn it. All right, well, that was sent back in April. That's how long it's been, April 21st. Okay, we got another one here. Let's see what this one is here. From New Zealand. Yeah, by a guy named Vincent Geist. Vincent Geist. That name sounds like a DC comic villain or something. Vincent Geist. Anyway, it says pretty good. One of the hosts has the same name as me, so it's pretty good. No, but seriously, this is one of the few tolerable true crime shows. It's not obnoxious and doesn't have drunk women with poor audio quality. Well, thank you, Vincent Geist. Let's see here, what else we got here. One from QB28K. QB28K says, made fun of Syracuse. That's the title. Says, you guys are from Rochester. It's the same thing. I call it crotch fester. No, that's comedy. Meet me at Margaritaville in Destiny, and let's throw hands. We can go-kart afterwards. I know they got that go-kart place there, that stupid mall they got up there. Anyway, let's see. We got another one here from Church Smith. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but Church Smith. Okay. It says too many podcasts. Roy and Ricky Masterson have way too many podcasts. It's almost like they are having a competition for who can podcast the most. I don't know what the hell that was even talking about. I'm assuming they're, I don't know. I'm just moving on. I'm fucking done here. I don't know. Anyway, we got, let's see, one. This one here is from Flacido Domingo. And it's titled Fantastic. I know that it is cool to write snarky comments in iTunes reviews. All the kids are doing it, but I actually love this podcast. Sorry for being a boomer, I guess. Jeez, those goddamn boomers, let me tell you, they're all over the place. All right, the next one here, this was a real good one here called, it's Shank Daddy 15 is the person who left it. The title is Penis, and the review is just balls. So, I don't know if he's describing his typical Friday night or what's going on here with this guy, but thank you, Shank Daddy 15. Penis, balls. Anyway, oh, I got one more here. Wow, there's a lot of these, huh? All right, I got another one here. Is Gary C20. Gary C20, that's who left it here on the 30th of July of just a little while ago, all right? It says, self-indulgence at its finest. A fat, unhealthy guy and a guy who doesn't have full control of his tongue compete to see who their listeners hate more. What a concept. Listening to these two self-indulgent douchebags will make you feel better about yourself. I agree. I gotta say, I really agree there. You know what? The whole time Darkles was on the ventilator during his illness, not once did I get anything from either Vinny or Mr. Carl, all right? I mean, neither one of those guys sent me balloons or cards or used panties or whatever it would be to cheer up your old pal Dorkles. But I'll tell you, I'm back in my clown shoes. I'm up and around, and I'll be back soon to read more reviews of the Creep Off here, as long as you keep sending them in, all right? So just keep filling them out, and eventually I will get to them, as long as I'm not on my deathbed. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. See you later, nerds.